Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be looking at the Fibre provided router. So this is what we actually use where I live in my house. So this is one of the more niche providers, like full fibre providers. As in our area, BT and all the regular broadband providers do not offer high speed full fibre around here. So as you can see, there's our old BT master socket. I have pulled out this little unit so I can show you how it works. But this is the router, but we'll start down here. So you see, this is where our old phone socket comes in. So when we had BT before, that's where that used to connect. So this has been installed for quite a while. I have a video coming out about a real life speed test, as we get 500 megs to our house, but over Wi-Fi you don't always get that. So I've done a realistic speed test in different rooms of the house with different ages of devices to show you what you should actually expect, because with these full fibre internets, don't expect to get the full speed everywhere on every device. It's just not how it's just Wi-Fi doesn't work like that. But as you can see, that's a fibre cable that comes in from outside, and there's a cable that's tacked along the skirting board, and it goes into this little box. This box is what makes the fibre cable actually readable to the router. So as you can see, there's 3 cables coming out the bottom of that. One is the fibre cable on the very left side. On the very right side is the power cable. This is the downside to having this, is that now your broadband takes up 2 plugs instead of 1. But the middle port is the Ethernet cable, which then goes into the back of our router. So this is the Fibre router. It's made by Heights Telecom. But if we have a look at the back of it, that Ethernet cable that comes out of the little fibre box goes into the back of here, into the red WAN port, and that's 2.5 gigs. So we could have even faster, like we could have faster than what we have now, as we have 500 megs. We could have a gig, I think. Maybe we could have more. Yeah, so that's the WAN ports. That's where the internet comes in. We have the power cable here, the on and off button, the little reset switch. And then this one, interestingly, has 2 USB ports. One of them's a 3.0 port, and the other one is a 2.0 port. So what you can use these for is to plug like an external hard drive or a USB disk into the back, and then this will sort of work as a NAS and you can view it on the network. So if we have a look at the top here, the model name is the HT360AXE. I assume this is because it has AX Wi-Fi, which is Wi-Fi 6. So you see it's made by Heights Telecom, and it's made in China, and it was manufactured in 2024. Then we've got the Fibre logo. Then we have our Wi-Fi name and password next to it with the online GUI address. This little bit here, but I can't seem to get that off. I have got it off before, and you'd think this would be a little Wi-Fi card. It isn't. I don't remember what it is, but I know it's not that. But yeah, that's one thing that's not too great about this router compared to other providers, is there's no Wi-Fi card. You just have to read it off the back. But obviously you can change that anyway. I'll have a video on that. And then obviously next to the WAN port, you have your Ethernet ports, which we have 2 devices plugged into. So one of them is this little Hive hub here, and the other one is a flat cable that runs across the room and goes to this BT whole home disk. So we have 3 of these around the house. These were bought off Amazon to help with our old internet, and we do still use them. Now these don't get as fast as speed as that router over there, and that's because these are only Wi-Fi 5. But the problem with this router is I feel like the distance, you can't get too far away from it. Now obviously we had this problem with our old provider, so people might think it's odd that we've got BT discs when we don't have BT internet. Those BT whole home discs work with any provider, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, that's not important to this. But I do believe if you go on a higher package with Fibre, you can get the Amazon Eero routers or something, or a Linksys router it is what you get if you go with a higher package. And with that, you can have little mesh ones. And there's 2 telephone ports, so that's if you have voice over IP. Now, I don't know if Fibre actually offer that, but if they do, that's where you plug your traditional telephone into, as it will not run through your master socket anymore. But yeah, on the front, we've just got a little light and the Fibre logo, and it's quite big, and to be honest, it's actually pretty ugly compared to, I mean, none of the routers really look that nice, but this one doesn't really at all. I personally quite like the look of these. Not that they look great, but they don't look terrible. They're not very big, they're quite little, and you can just sort of hide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys come back for the next one and check out my other videos on Fibre if you're interested.